Hi, I'm Aston from the Freestylers, and I'm here in Holland, Amsterdam.
Okay. How long has it been for Holland?
Well, I came here on a stag weekend a few years ago, okay. but apart from working, it has been about at least 3-4 years since I've actually come here to work. Mm-hmm. But for pleasure-wise, was a couple of years ago.
Okay. And tonight will be a pleasure and work, or?
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to come here, but yeah, work and pleasure kind of thing.
Yeah, it's been a while, I guess. You take a little time for your new CD, like Raw as Fuck. Can you tell something about the realization process, just in short?
Okay, basically, we had an album out in 2001 that kind of, although it was well received, it didn't really do very well. And so round about 2002 we started making this new album, Raw as Fuck, and it's sort of, I don't know, originally it was sort of just meant to be like a series of 12 inches, but then we started doing so much music that it turned into an album, and originally it wasn't going to be a Freestylers album. But I won't go into that, and but you know, fortunately it's become the third Freestylers album. So,
okay. Was it originally just remixes for an artist, or what kind of thing?
No, it wasn't the remixes for different artists. What happened was at the time we started making some new tunes, we actually called ourselves Raw as Fuck, because contractually we couldn't call ourselves Freestylers because we were still signed to the old label. And then when we left this record label, then we went back to the name using Freestylers, because everyone knows us as Freestylers. You know, we DJ, we've been with the band, and you know, our music's been used in films and adverts and stuff. So we just wanted to go back to using the name Freestylers, and so far it's been very good.
You just work with the two of you guys in the studio together, and.
Yeah, there's just two. There's myself and Matt Cantor, and essentially that's the Freestylers. But then obviously we involve different singers, MCs. Yeah. Obviously some tracks are instrumental, so it's just finished off by me and Matt. And then obviously a track like Get a Life has got a featured vocalist on it. So, and obviously Push Up, it's got featuring Theo. So.
Okay, here we go again. The first thing that that struck me was like the hip hop influence just in the beginning. It was like, whoa, a little bit Public Enemy. I hear.
Well, I don't know if it's Public Enemy, but you know, I mean, that's myself and Matt's, you know, total influence. We were, you know, we grew up. You know, I was sort of 12, 13 in like '83 kind of thing, and you know, that was kind of music that kind of. Because at that time there was loads of like Brit pop, you know, indie bands and sort of glamour, sort of, you know, the kind of 80s synth pop shit. But you know, and then once I discovered electro, and obviously that kind of turned into hip hop and stuff. You know, that's kind of the music that really sort of I was really passionate about. So yeah, and yeah, so I think the first track's like kind of an intro to Music is Music, which is kind of, I suppose, sort of pulling from our last couple of albums, saying, okay, this is our sort of hip hop thing, but don't get misled that it's going to be like that. That's the word I was looking for. Because it isn't. The whole album's like, it's, you know, so it's kind of like, yeah, you're going to hear these fat hip hop beats, and but then it kind of switches.
Yeah, and some songs have like some of groove of hip hop. For instance, Slammer, I really like it. Can you tell something about it? Because I really like the bass and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean. The track like the Slammer kind of yeah, I mean, essentially Freestylers is rooted in hip hop. Our main sort of roots are kind of hip hop, so whether it be like the down tempo stuff or more kind of up tempo with all the breaks and stuff. But the Slammer sort of I don't know, I just wanted to do kind of an instrumental tune that was kind of really drum and bassy influenced, but not drum and bass, because obviously the tempo is completely different. And I don't know, I had the beat going, and then I just found this mad bass noise and distorted it, and kind of did this sort of out of time loop on it, and it just sounds dirty as anything. Do you know what I mean? So and obviously you got the underground sort of side, and it's just, you know, I just wanted to make a really dirty breaks tune that's as close to sort of you could possibly get to drum and bass as possible. I listen to other people's music. I think, oh, I wish I would have made that record. And it's like, I know for if the Slammer's one of those tunes I'm really proud of. I'm really proud of that track. Just because of the nature. I don't know. It just sounds really mad, you know.
When you bring it live, the people must be crazy.
Oh my God! If you see the show tonight, it just goes off when we do the Slammer. Yeah.
Okay. And the track after that, I guess it's Punks. It's Punks or Ducks or Sledges. These are also very strong tracks, I must say. All, a little bit dark, but also catchy.
Well, Dogs and Sledges is a kind of a party hip hop tune featuring this guy Million Dan, who's he's been around for quite a while. He used to be in a British seminal rap group called Demon Boys, sort of late 80s, and he's, you know, the thing about what I like about him is that he's very English sort of sounding, the way that he kind of fuses reggae with hip hop. And that's the thing with Freestylers, always kind of to make it sound English. I don't want to sound American, you know. And I think the fusion of reggae and hip hop is a very English thing. And I just want, you know, I had the backing track, and he loved the backing track, and just came up with Dogs and Sledges. Really, just, you know, talking about his mates and their cars.
Is hip hop actually in England is a little bit big still?
Well, it's actually getting more popular. There was a stage where it was just people struggling. You know, there's been hip hop soldiers for ages, but it's actually getting a lot more popular. I think because a lot of the guys now are kind of rapping with English accents, which sound better than UK guys rapping with American accents, and they're getting more of their own identity, which is really important. There's some really good, some really good tunes. There's Roots Maneuver. There's this guy Skinny Man who I heard a tune the other day which I really liked, and there's this girl called Estelle who's really good, and she's done this tune called 1980s. I reckon you know, she's talking about you know, in her youth when she was growing up, and it's a really nice bit of music. She's rap, you know, and it's getting there, you know. It's and as I said, it's like really good that they're kind of doing their own thing rather than looking at the Americans. And, you know, I mean, that's, you know, with French hip hop, I know it's big in France, but it's like French hip hop is massive, and you can sell a lot of units purely because it's unique to France, and they're not trying to rap in American accents. They're doing it in their own thing, and I think that's, you know, really important.
But English artists can make it maybe with their accent in America, or it's hard?
I don't know. I think it's still hard. I think it's still hard for UK artists, UK rappers, should I say, making hip hop or R&B to make it in America, because it's like, you know, I sort of describe it's like selling sand to the Arabs. They don't want it. They've got enough. But I think with, you know, dance music or fusing dance music and, you know, something like Freestylers is probably a bit more likely to make a little. I mean, our first album did really well in America. You know, they embraced it because it was kind of something they could understand, but it was English and it was dance, and it was a bit different to what they, you know, what they were used to, and they really liked it. So it
was also a little bit on the waves of Prodigy, or was it after that already?
No, it was kind of after Prodigy, but I think it was like, you know, I was thinking it was just, you know, because it had similar sort of hip hop elements and stuff like that, and I just think they kind of just got it, you know. I mean, as I said, you know.
Is London actually influences on you? Because when I look at the video clip, for instance, for Push Up, it's a little bit street life, that kind of thing.
I think, yeah. I mean, I always sort of tell people, I think if I was not making dance music, I'd live anywhere else but London, you know. You know, I'd go and live somewhere like LA or Australia, or, you know, you know, somewhere it's nice and sunny. But, you know, I think being from London, living in London, you know, does influence the music and you know, the feelings that go into your music, really. And for the perceivable future, that's where, you know, going to be at, really.